1, 2, 3, 4. Hey guys, Michael here again from GuitarGate.com, and it's time to talk improvising. So for this Learn the Solo series, we're going to learn a solo that doesn't exist in the song. So this is Honky Tonk Woman by the Rolling Stones, and this is a common bar band, song. So many bands do it, and people take turns taking leads on it. But one thing I feel people have trouble with, they struggle with, is how to take leads over a song like this where it stays on each chord so long, where each chord seems to take up so much time that if you just focus on playing the scale of the key of the song, which is G in this case, you get lost. It doesn't really do the song justice. So how do you tackle songs like this? Especially a song that has a chord that's not in the key, like A major, but it makes the song, so you gotta honor it, right? What do? Here's what I like to suggest, and I think this is a very easy thing that most of you will be able to incorporate right away, and that's taking a simple pentatonic line and shifting it for each chord. So for the G, you'd play a G major pentatonic line. For the C, C major pentatonic, A and D, so on and so forth. So here's what I want you to do. I want you to break it down into two main shapes. The first one is a line where your root of the chord is on the third string, and the second one where your root of the chord is on the second string. Now check this out. They're almost identical. You just have a little shift difference because of the string tuning differential between the two strings. Most of you are familiar with that. So for G, right, this first chord of the song, you're going to start with your open G. That is your root on the third string, open. And your line, your shape that you're going to move, is going to be open, second fret, fourth fret. So you're going from your second degree to your third scale degree. And then fifth degree to your sixth degree. So you're going up 2 frets, 2 more frets, rocking over, and up 2 more frets. That's your move. On C, start on C, same move. Go up 2 scale degrees, rock over to get your 5th and 6th. On D, same thing. Here's D. And on A, right? That's all you want to do. So I'm going to play the rhythm, and I'm going to show you an example of how you would just move that shape back and forth for each one. Take a listen on how it sounds, and how, even though it doesn't sound perfect because it's pretty linear because we're literally jumping shapes, but how you can hear each chord and you don't ever get lost, right? The listener always stays on track. Check it out. Right? It works. It's easy. It works. Now let me show you the second shape. That is where your root is on the second string. So your G up here, 8th fret, second string. Same move, little different shift. You go up 2 more. So that's your 1st, 2nd, 3rd scale degree over to your 5th and 6th. That's your move, right? So for G, it starts here. for C, down here, or up here, right? For D, right? Or if up here if you're brave, A. So try the same thing again. Play with the rhythm and see if you can hear each chord as you switch. Check it out. All right, so now, and I kind of hinted at it, I want you to combine your closest moves. So if you're in this section of the neck, it would make sense that you would start G with your open string, C, first fret second string, A, second fret of the third string, and D right next to it, third fret of the second string. Check this out. See? A little more cohesive. You're staying in the same place, and when you do that, you're able to connect your basic lines that go together when you stay on the same string. You don't have to jump and start over at the root every time because some of the notes start to overlap. That's the beauty of staying in one position. Now let's do one more position up the neck. Let's do G here. That's 8th fret of the second string, so same move. And then obviously for your C, you can jump to here. For your A, you have, and for your D, I know this can be kind of tricky at first to learn your roadmap of the neck, but if you just try and figure out where those 4 roots are and make the jump and stay in this position, it's going to come quickly, I promise you. So check this out. Here's an example. And there you have it. 2 specific spots for one song for you to work on that goes over 4 chords, all major chords, where you're switching the major pentatonic shape for each one so that you sound out the chord so that you can hear it. So what I want you to do is practice this at home and take it slow. Even do it without a backing track and see if 1, you can start with your root on the 3rd string and get all 4 chords. Then 2, start with your root on the 2nd string, get all 4 chords. Then try to combine. Start with just this spot and then just this spot. And then obviously, once you have that, it's very easy to see where you're going to go in the future. You can combine the full shapes, not just these little bite-sized lines, all 5 of your major pentatonic scale shapes, and play all over the neck. So moral of the story, if you come across a song like this one, where the chords, each one kind of sounds like its own moment in time, they're not passing really quickly, you owe it to those chords to say something about them. And the best way to do that is to start by playing the corresponding pentatonic scale of that chord. You put those all together, you're going to really sound like the song. You're going to really sound like you know what you're doing when you're in a jam. And everybody listening is going to remember it because it's going to be very memorable. It's going to sit there in your ear as opposed to just noodling, right? And that's always the goal. Can we connect with people in the audience? So thank you guys so much. If you like this style lesson, please subscribe, tell your friends, and if you haven't yet, please come over to guitargate.com where you can check out my own personal guitar learning community. I hope to see you over there. Best of luck, and remember, keep it in your hands.